What comes to mind when I say anime music? Do you think of your favorite opening or ending? The culture festival performance that rocks the whole school? Or maybe it's that one song that comes on during the big fight versus the final boss? Now, what comes to mind when I say manga music? Most likely, readers just have an anime lo-fi beats to study and relax to playlist, or a new hobbies that always starts with Ari and dance playlist, but usually it's just background music that you listen to while you read through your favorite manga series. But when it comes to music in manga, the medium seems to fall short. Because of the limitations of manga being only a visual medium, it leaves a lot to the imagination when it comes to the other senses. You can't taste Senshi's cooking from Delicious in Dungeon. You can't feel the morning breeze of a lakeside campground from Yuru Camp, and you can't hear the sound of the Golden Wind Boys hitting a torture dance on some random bad guy. But most mangaka would leave music to only be shown as notes, sound effects, or offhandedly in the series. Although this helps us visually see that the music is being played, we can never experience the music as if we were a part of the world through the manga. Music is a plot device that brings characters together, challenges them to be better at their craft, or reflect their true feelings. Story-wise, we are here to watch the characters grow and develop their skills, and music just happens to be the career or hobby they pursue. But for readers, we're left on the outside looking in. We are watching through soundproof glass as we watch the plot pass us by without hearing the results of the character's work. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible to hear the sounds that are rooted in the story. There are actually 3 workarounds that authors can use in order to get their music to their audience's ears. The first option is to wait for an anime adaptation. Listening to the soundtrack while you read can really enhance the experience and set the tone for the story. This is great for series that already have an anime adaptation or have an adaptation in the works. You can watch the anime to start, then continue the manga if you want to read ahead in the story. This is great for series like Blue Giant, Bocchi the Rock, and Your Lie in April, where the music is the main focus. We're here watching the characters grow before our eyes, and the soundtrack is essential to their craft. But what about the series that have no plans on being adapted? One series that comes to mind is the Shiori Experience. Because of the legal battle with many of the artists referenced in the series, it will probably never get an anime adaptation, or even an English printing overseas. Although some series will get an anime adaptation and a soundtrack to go along with it, many will fall to the wayside and never get the treatment that it deserves. The next option is to skip publishing a manga altogether. A lot of music series will jump straight into an anime adaptation instead of publishing a manga first. A couple of examples of this are Carol and Tuesday and Zombieland Saga. Both of these series jump straight into the anime production in order to emphasize the musical aspects of their stories. In Carol and Tuesday, it shows the rise of the musical duo and showcases the range of music genres to the audience. It's what you expect when the music director is Shinichiro Watanabe, who was the director of both Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. As for Zombieland Saga, you guys have Yasuharu Takanashi, who was able to flex his musical talents throughout the show. He was initially brought on for the death metal part, which you see in the first scene when Sakura gets hit by the truck. But it expanded into multiple genres, including pop, hip-hop, EDM, and even commercial jingles. This removes the whole visual limitation by being able to present the soundtrack as the show is airing. Both Carol and Tuesday and Zombieland Saga have manga adaptations, but they are only supplementary after the show aired first. The first 2 options I presented rely on the series being adapted already, but how would a manga bring the soundtrack to its readers without having an anime adaptation? The last option is a creative way to shatter the soundproof glass of manga. There is one manga series that presents music to its readers that is also accurate to the story, and that series is Wandance by Coffee. In the story of Wandance, we follow Kabuku Kotani, a freshman in high school who keeps to himself because of his stutter. He discovers another first-year student named Wanda Hikari, who is confidently dancing in front of a glass building on campus. Enamored by her confidence, Kabo decides to take his first steps into the realm of dance. In this series, the mangaka Coffee does an excellent job of bringing you into the story because of their way of displaying music. Now, most series have you infer what music sounds like, but Coffee will literally tell you what song is playing for the characters and roots it in our reality. The first use of music in the story is when Kaboku is visiting the dance club for the first time. The club president invites all of the new students to join in on a warm-up exercise to help assess their skill level. Coffee places an annotation at the start of this scene, Finesse by Bruno Mars. This annotation allows the mangaka to blend the fictional story of Wandance with our reality by bridging the gap with real music. This also means that you can listen to the music in real time as you're following the panels and movements of the characters while they dance. Coffee does this throughout the series, introducing the characters and the readers to new music genres over the course of the manga. I would personally dive into the complete soundtrack of Wandance, but that's honestly enough for a whole other video, so maybe we'll tackle that in the future. As of recording, Wandance has 10 volumes published in English and 13 in Japan. If you do decide to pick up the series and want to follow along with the soundtrack, I made a playlist of all the songs in order of appearance, so link is in the description below. Now, the question becomes, does this work because Wandance isn't a manga about music? And honestly, yes. Since we focus on the choreography in Wandance, the music is allowed to be more of an added element. Although Wandance shares similar themes of hard work, perseverance through an art form, it differs in the ability to present the soundtrack to the reader. All of the songs in the series are easily accessible through music streaming platforms or on YouTube, so the reader doesn't have to use their imagination in order to fill the gaps. It's such a creative way to add another layer to the manga that I wish a lot more artists would take advantage of. In conclusion, when music is presented in manga, there are many ways how authors try to bridge the gap for their audience. They could either do it through an anime adaptation, not making a manga in the first place, or annotating it with references to the real world. I would not discourage people from reading manga with musical themes because there are still excellent stories to be told. But I just feel like there has to be a better way to hear the progress of our characters without having to wait many years for an anime adaptation. In the end, as long as you guys are enjoying the stories, whether you watch the anime or read the manga, we are all here to cheer on our favorite characters as they take the stage and show the world what they've got. Thank you everybody for staying until the end of the video, it's greatly appreciated. This is probably my first time doing a full-length video essay since college, and this is definitely the first one that I've done where I didn't have to get a grade on it, so had a lot of fun doing the research for this paper. If you guys want to check out some of the other content that we do a lot at anime conventions. Feel free to check out the Instagram and TikTok links in the description. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and some of that should be rotating over to YouTube pretty soon. I hope that you guys give any of the series mentioned in this video a shot. They all have excellent music and stories, so please check them out. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by.